Well, hello there. Greetings and salutations to you all. Welcome. Sorry, adjusting. Welcome to Wednesday Night Warhound. We are live, coming to you from here. Sorry, my brain just shut down. I just looked over and thought, why am I looking there? All right, calm down with your beeping. Anywho, yes, hello, we've got Warhounds. I've literally just been spraying these outside before dashing back inside. I haven't done the bases because I'm still using the traditional bases. But I thought, well, we don't need to do these just yet. These can be done at a later date. It's more a case of getting these base coated or spray painted so the colours can be added. We also have weapons which I have not magnetised. I've magnetised the arms, so they're all ready to rock and roll. Because at the moment there's quite a lot of upheaval going on because there is building work occurring, and because of that, everything's all over the place. So I don't know where some stuff is, and so we're just going as we can, really. So yeah, I'm just arranging weapons out of sight here, because there are weapons. We had the new sprue weapons, and I had some weapons left over. Well, I've probably got a few more weapons scattered around. So we have the two Warhounds, Inferno guns. We have Inferno guns. The little new melters. We have the new little melters. Plasmas, which are a firm favourite within Adeptus Titanicus. The Natric Shock Lance. So this is the alternate weapon for the Ursus Claw, that's the Ursus Claw. And Volkai, a chunky monkey. And we have the missile pods. So I just stuck these in there. I'll use them as either, so it doesn't really matter in my eyes. If someone says, oh, these are swarmers, okay, swarmers, no problem, as long as I use the swarmer stats. That's the only problem. But oh, hello, outside, brave for spring. It's fresh, but I can take it, I can brace it. It's doable. Where am I? Sorry, I'm just there. That'll do. Now we're in. Right, yes. Hello Arnold, hello Kenneth. Also good to thank you. Hope is well all over there. Yes, it is fine. We have Titans on the go. I was about to sip some paint water, which is always fun. How are you both? Are you all good? Are you up to anything exciting this evening? I have got other bits and pieces. Hobby whip into Discord. Alright. There they are. Caliban green. Glitter green. Wolfram Grey, Biotan Green, and a bold titanium white. That's quite bold. So do you re-sponge or stipple over after you've applied the Biotan Green? Because when I do my ones, when I've done my ones, it's getting the first layer down, stipple Biotan Green, but focusing more on the outside, and then reapplying stipple to sort of bring it up and tie it together. But yeah, you're doing well there. And as I say, it's there's probably a dozen ways of doing it now from when I first posted up my method. Beforehand, I only seen one other person doing, what would I say, that's a lot, 2 people, one of them being Guy Haley. But him and the other person, which I can see it, but I can't think of their name, which is annoying. But they did a lot more blotchier with the things, whereas the stipple works better and looks similar to the actual methodology, well, the actual look that they have in the books. So the white is pre-work for the red. Yeah, that's cool. And Biotan along the edges. Exactly. So you got them going on. These will be part of the Gryphonicus Titans, if I like to focus. No, it's not having it. Oh, there you go. So again, just going over these with stipple. Small. Well, that's what we're aiming for anyway. Grass. Right. How do I paint? Tomorrow the Sharpies come in for the trim, if that works. Gone happy man. Yeah, I tried Sharpies, and yeah, it. Bear in mind, obviously, on the smaller trim, that's quite a thick nib that you've got with them, so just be careful. But yeah, I did try them, but I still prefer using the paints. So that's why I use a flat brush when painting, because it makes it easier for me. Not necessarily for everyone, but for me, I find using the flat brush so much easier to do trim, and that's why I just zip through trimming. Right. Yeah, pin. That's one we need. And there's the other. So it's going to plan. But actually, reverso Andy Durso. And let's get the boomer shaker set up as well, because I think I'm going to need that. So, yes. So, there. Yeah, it's been over a week, hasn't it? Because it wasn't on last Wednesday. I can't remember why it wasn't on last Wednesday. Can't remember. Yeah. obviously Saturday I was down at Warhammer World, entering the Legends of Paint. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Worked out okay in the end, so it's quite, yeah, I can't complain. I would have been happy with a bronze. I'm more than happy with silver. So all good. Oh yes, podcasting. That's what I was doing. Yes, it did run for a bit. I'm not sure when that's coming out. It might be tomorrow. They have been doing them on Thursdays, so it might be tomorrow. If it is, I will post up links to the Spotify Luba Shaker. So yeah, so when it does drop, I'll be sharing it out anyway. So if you liked Starship Troopers or don't really know about Starship Troopers, well, it's about Starship Troopers. I just realised I haven't shared this out anywhere, so I'm going to just quickly do that whilst babbling and preparing myself mentally to continue. Okay. What's that taking? Yes, so apart from that, okay. Bush, bash. And elsewhere, bonk. Ooh, what's wrong there? Right, yes. Doo-doo. Where am I? Oh my god, I'm just over the place. All over the place. So over the place. Yeah, that's it. Have you seen the new Plastic Warhounds? Any guesses when they are going to be released? No. Obviously, the only ones you've got are the ones that come into the boxes, which are here. So, yeah, we've got them. We've got Dire Wolves still to come. Re-releasing the old kits. Although we've got, obviously, Reavers are out and Warlords are out. So I saw some of them so both Warlord varieties and both Reaver varieties are out and about in the wild. So that's something at least. So it's a start to seeing the model kits coming back into stock and being available for us to purchase and to utilise in our armies for Legions Imperialis or Adeptus Titanicus. So fingers crossed it won't be too much longer before Warhounds redeploy with both kits. So I always like to call the second kit the beta because it's the second one. So it's nice and straightforward. But the new weapon sprues are really cool. It's nice to have the options. I'm sure they've done it in the past when they've sold the weapon sprues separately, so they'll probably do the same for like online store purposes. So keep an eye out for them as well. Hello there, W2F Dole put here. You're back. And so are we. What's occurring? What are you doing? So yes. So now we've got the store birthday shenanigans done and out of the way. My next adventure in hobbying is actually going to be on the 16th of March, and that's a Dystopian Wars event at Wayland Games. So I've still not sorted out my lists for that. So that's going to be like a last minute thing, I swear. And then the day after that, I'm actually attending a Gundam premiere, actually, for a Gundam Seed movie. So that I'm looking forward to quite a lot. Invited down there by Dennis at Rivals Corner, which was very nice of him to do so. He's got a pop-up store there, so he'll be plying his wares, and I shall be down there taking in everything, pictures, seeing what else is going on, and experiencing Gundam with some, obviously hardcore Gundam fans, which will be interesting. This is something. I say I've been looking at Gundam for many years, for as long as I've known of its existence, but I've never really fallen into it as I have recently this year. So having this opportunity was really, really cool, and I'm so up for it. So yeah, that's Sunday week on the 17th. So it's all go. Very busy boy. The good old tradition of night before is how I prepare all my lists. Yeah. Well, I've got ships, but it's like, what do I take out? Last time I took the Scandinavians out, and I don't want to, as much as I like them, I'd like to take out my Crown ships in particular, and let them loose, let them have some fun. If you're wondering why we have got this like samurai, music playing, mainly because I've been watching Shogun, the new or the reimagined, because I remember it being out as a kid on sort of like the BBC. Richard Chamberlain, I believe, played the main part in that. Yes, so I've been watching that on Disney Plus, and I've been enjoying that as well. I love Japanese culture, anyway, especially like the samurai aesthetic and the history of the samurai. So it's been quite an enjoyable experience as well. So this is what I forgot to do last time, was to actually do the lead belcher first before getting on to doing the plates, because obviously then it's like, oh well, I've got to go over certain bits where I've gone a little bit cray-cray with my brush. So doing it the right way round this time. So yes, it's all fun. Yes. So this is trying to think now. Yeah, so these would be numbering 159 and 160 Titans of my collection. They are easily the quickest to build. Even with posing, because obviously, as I've said before, with the posing, a lot of the time all you need to do is just use the alternate leg. So instead of like going, oh, this leg goes on here, put it on that side, and then it's swapping the toes as well. So because if you want that sense of motion, you want the raised toe as the front to give you that sort of sense of it's picking up the sprint. Be a little bit messier when using the lead belcher. We're going to be painting over it, but it does make it easier doing it this way. Yeah, so like with last minute list building and stuff like that, when you're participating in an event, that is a great incentive for your painting, for one. But you can't let yourself get complacent. You have to sort of, commit to it and get it involved, get it going. embrace it. It's when you leave it, I'll do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow's here and you can't get it done in time. You want to have a nice looking fleet, army, battle force, whatever your game you're playing, but you have to use the time correctly. Yes, it's nice to be done and dusted, but then you get a little bit sort of like jittery. So just do what you need to do it at your own pace, but make sure you plan and give yourself the best chance of getting it done. Because as I say, you want to have it looking awesome. Like turning up to a game and people haven't put the effort in and you have, it's quite demoralising. Because you want to play against somebody else's like fleet or army or whatever, and you want it to look cool. So it's like it really adds to the overall aesthetic. So just be awesome. Just embrace the horror and get in there, get the paint on, and have it looking that it looks good kill. I think quite strange, really, because this is the first time I can remember actually painting a Titan that's not attached to a base. It's quite a unique experience for me. I've always sort of like worked with the base first, but because of the hurried nature of trying to get yourself organised these past couple of days, it's been different. Strange holding the actual model at times when you're used to painting with the base. Yeah. It is very strange. It's just one of those things, I guess. I've still got to magnetise all the weapons on these. I was quite entranced by that. So this is Dawnstone. So it is a grey. It's different to the actual base grey, which is quite hard to see. Because I'm using the air version of this particular paint, because it's going to go on a lot smoother in comparison. Adding on 2 coats on there as well, so so First character on that one. That's busy old month. So. So, things going. Oh, when you're painting and realise the cat helped without knowing, on the bright side, the cat hair looks nice. Cats, the gifts that keep on giving. And meowing. Yeah. I think it's worse if you've painted and then varnished, like varnish spray, and then you see it. It's like more obvious. Whereas if you painted over it, it does make it a little bit harder. You notice it, but just having that, you know, like black hair staring at you after you've sort of spray varnished it all on. It's when I've posted them on Twitter after sealing them and spot them. It lives there now. Yeah, I think we've all had similar experiences. You know, random hairs. It's like, hello. It's always after you post them up. But then, like with photography and modelling, to me, it's actually part of the process because I tend to see things more clearly after I've taken a photograph than just staring at something. Don't know why. You know, it's right here in front of us, but it's not until you see it photographed and you sort of have a chance to actually sit back and look at it and move, like, you know, the phone screen around. I think you might go, hold on a sec. Yeah, sometimes you just need to take a picture midway. No, absolutely. It's all part of the process. Evening, Doc. Evening, Anti-Gizmo. You probably missed that I was just saying what my upcoming diary, events diary. So this weekend I'm here. Weekend after, the 16th, I am doing Dystopian Wars campaign day up at Wayland Games. Engine Phil is the war host for that, and participating and hopefully sinking some ships. And then on the Sunday, I'm going to the premiere of Gundam Seed Destiny down in London. I got invited as, I'd say, like a +1, kind of, because Dennis at Rivals Corner basically messaged me and said, "Hey, would you like to go to this? I've been given some sort of comps because he's running his store there as a pop-up store for the event, and a couple of comps. So he said, would you like one?" So I went, "Oh, yes, please." So on the 17th, I'm down in London for the premiere of Gundam Seed Destiny. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. And there might be a NZ666 Kesha sitting there for me as well. So that'll be cool. I also, in Gundam news, this little chap, the one that I had originally had the wrong parts in it, so I couldn't actually build it. I had the wrong sprue. So I made mention of this, and Dennis sorted it out for me. So he's actually contacted his suppliers. They've sussed it out and realised there has been a mistake, and has sent a replacement kit. So that will be built at some stage. So that'll be my 5th Gundam. The 4th of the year. So I got one last year. So so there's something for me to look forward to. Yay! But yeah, it's all groovy. Right. So let's let them dry a little bit. How are you anyway, Antigizmo? What you up to? You working? Or are you shirking your responsibilities? Booba chicken. So you can see what I'm doing. Naked was up early for a meeting with the SEA team. Going to bed soon, just while popping so hi. Oh, bless you. I can understand being tired. Been doing lots of driving recently, so we're going up to Nottingham at Saturday morning. Not having too much sleep the night before, you know, being all excitable. Big kid. And then having to go to work the next day, so I stayed at friends up in Nottingham, which it was lovely to catch up with them as well, because I haven't seen them since August. So it was a really good day up at Warhammer World for the birthday celebrations. I did get some stuff whilst up there. Basically, I was trading in some bits that I decided, no, I'm not even going to go down that route with a project. So, obviously, if you do anything like that now, exchanging, you need to have proof of purchase. So, either receipts or, luckily in my case, I ordered these on my account. So, I had to go find the orders and then say, look, this is this order, this is the thing, give me my stuff. Well, I didn't say give me my stuff, I did ask nicely. Don't you know who I am? Give me that Titan. Funny you should say that. There was I bumped into Moggy up there, and he reminded me of the incident at Beachhead, where I had gone on to the gaming table. I wasn't playing, but I went onto the gaming board as such. I was taking pictures, and somebody approached me and said, did you come under the rope? You're not allowed to come under the rope. Because he didn't know who I was. And I just said, you don't know who I am, do you? And he likes mentioning that. I said, well, you don't know who I am. So it's not like the traditional, do you know who I am? It was, you don't know who I am, do you? But it was good to see that these newer members are taking responsibilities of protecting the gaming areas. Because the last thing you need is somebody coming in and going, hey, look at me, and then accidentally knocks over something. Admittedly, like, you know, I've knocked over stuff, my own stuff, but still I've knocked over, so I'm not immune. it's doable. Even the most senior veteran princeps can still twat something good and proper. Yes. Are you really a Titan Princeps if you don't commit your own engine kill? Absolutely obliterate yourself. Bookchecker. I've had close to that at a convention for work. Had my name tag and who I work for under my jacket. That had who I worked for on it and staff in massive letters. Security still tried to stop me. Do they not know who you are? How dare you get in my way, you miserable cur! I shall have you up on charges for this. Hello, Judge Warhound. Warhounds for the Legio. Indeed. Legio Gryphonicus. So these are the last 2 for Gryphonicus. Finish my Lancers now and onto some Hyborus Atropos. Awesome. Yeah, I saw the yeah, you posted him up in AT18, didn't you? How did everyone survive yesterday's you know, social media? Oh, where is everything gone? It was, yeah, it was a day. I honestly thought that somebody that I remember seeing a comment notification on my post that I put up into AT18, and when I went to look at it, it said, "Sorry, this post does not exist." And I'm like, "What? Why would they delete my post for? What's wrong with these people? What's going on?" But obviously, it was a global situation. We shit posted on Twitter about it, but that is my kind of nut job. That's fair. I was there the day media failed. It was a day long remembered. The day social media went dark. Right. Very subtle, very subtle, very subtle. Very subtle. Very subtle. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Bit of booper shaking. Hello there, sir. Making decent progress on my Griff Warlord. However, I did not start out so well. Yeah. Sometimes with the best intentions you go, yeah, I've got this. And then suddenly, no, I haven't. I hope you've made a good recovery and are doing it justice. The justice it deserves. So I've got to do some more. Well, after these Warhounds are done, we really need to get 3 more Reavers and 2 more Warlords at least. I assembled a body and legs when I had a head cold. I put things backwards. Oh no, dude. I had to break it apart and reassemble and repost. It's a learning experience. So you've dealt with it as best you can. And I'm sure that once you've got it painted, it'll be awesome. I didn't realise the area when I'd gone and put the large shin pads on. Yeah. That's always the way. You are not the first, you will not be the last, I am sure. Where is the peg for the piece? Oh no, it goes here. Oh, why is it on the back? Oh no! Yeah. There's that. It's obviously the biggest rick that most people make because it's like the way that leg piece goes. For some reason, we just assume it should go the other way. It should be like a normal leg, but it's not a normal leg. It's a Warlord Titan leg. I'll send some pics to your Twitter. No worries, buddy. Look forward to seeing them. Yeah, it's easily done. I'm off to bed. Have a great evening. Cheers for keeping me company. No worries, Arnold. Always welcome. Pop in, hang out. So yeah, its legs are a little straighter than I'd like, but limited options. Yeah, I'm pretty close to the point of doing the stippling on the colours and the grey. Zombie Peter, afternoon for Texas. Hello, welcome. So, oh, Texas, you must be at least 7 hours behind. So over here in the UK, it's 20 to 10 in the PM. So you must be about 20 to 4 or 20 to 3. I'm not sure. Do you kind of like central, like sort of time? Yeah. What leisure are these hounds for? Legio Griffonicus. Oh, hello, Liam. Just arrived home. And same question, yeah. These are Legio Griffonicus. So just getting the trim sorted out. Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's always a pleasure to have some of our American friends come join us. Judge is sort of up on the east side of the States, up towards the Canadian end, aren't you? That way, from memory. Up towards that side of, yeah, I'm sure. It's been a long time. Also, I might get to watch you do it live. Yay for learning training. Yeah, it's an easy scheme. One that I say once you know what's what, it is so much easier. I say that you can go with your own methodology, but just doing the basics is pretty cool. And so if you do make a mess, it doesn't matter, you can go back. It's easy to tidy up. I try not to make a mess because, you know, I don't like doing it, but if you do, it's no hardship. actually going back into the hobby, use your guides for my 28mm Audax Hound. Oh, cool. Going to need your assistance with my next one, do Solari. To be fair, it's you're halfway there. If you've done the Audax scheme was a offshoot of the Solaria scheme. The only difference being is that there's more colours involved with Solaria than the Audax, because you know it's all in the stipple. So there is. I have got a video on the channel for Solaria. It was actually, I think it was my first one I did. It's a real straightforward, simple. I have altered the technique, but the general basics is there. So with the colours you're using, and the colours have evolved a bit as well, because I used to use pallid witch flesh, but later models I was using Corex white. So Caliban green base, then stipple with the Corex white, being a little bit heavier on the central parts of the plates, sparser towards the edges. Then you wash over the majority of it with Biel tan green shade, but you see the central part, you sort of don't really touch that as such. And then once that's dry, you give it another little lighter stippling around from the centre going out. So you want it to be darker green around the edges. That will give you your base sort of thing for it. Then you tidy up the trim with lead belcher, that's what I use at mine. Then maybe a little bit of like, I'd say it's not edge highlighting because I sort of dry brush it on, but you know, some iron breaker just on the edges with a light of dry. It is literally a light dry brush on the edges of the trim with iron breaker. But what I did after that, I used oil washes, well, oil weathering from there, which again, once you get to that part, then obviously, you know, contact me and I can tell you how I did mine. So it is fairly straightforward, but the whole basis is very similar to what you've already done with Audax, although Audax is really easy in comparison, which is, you know, half the fun. But a friend of mine, and Liam's actually, he watched that video and he blitzed through a load of Solaria Titans. Obviously for AT, if you're talking 28mm, then yeah, it's going to take a little bit longer. But it's the general gist. I followed your Audax recipe on a couple of Warhounds I did a few years back. I will go back to them at some point. Yeah. As I say, I knocked up one just prior to Beachhead, so I've done that on stream. So that actually is on here. There are obviously way back when been videos when I have painted Solaria on live stream as well, so you can always watch them if you want them in the background, so you can use them for reference as well. Hardest part is getting my hands on Solaria transfers. I may have them printed for a 3D armor panel. I may hit up the Citadel here in town and see if they still sell them. They do come in sort of semi-regularly, so it's always worth checking out with the Warhammer Citadel if they've got some hanging about or whatever. See if they can put some aside for you. But yeah, so it's definitely worth, say, if that is your local as well. But then again, with what I've learned from our friends in America, local gaming stores are like sometimes like 2 hours drive sort of thing, and us British, we don't even go 5 minutes down the road. We can avoid it. You could be living next to your bestest buddy, and you think, nah, can't be arsed. But yeah, it's to say, the Americans do like to go out on your adventures, and all power to you. hopefully you'll get some. See, I don't know how. So with the new Warhammer website anyway is a bit fraught with danger. So you might also pay just to go look for them on that, and then I think they still do the thing where it says, "Oh, notify me when they're back in," because at least that way you've got a better chance of getting hold of the decals, if at all possible. But this flat brush I've got isn't as flat as it once was. So I'm going to get the majority of what I need doing done with that on this, and then I'll probably just whip out a detail brush. That's I did mention earlier on, I did pick up some goodies for Legions Imperialis whilst I was up at Warhammer World on the weekend. So shall we finish this pad and I'll show you what I've got. Thing is also with decal sheets, they wait until they've got a set amount that they sort of need to sort of order before ordering, because they want to get the maximum amount ordered for the sort of maximum sort of discounts, etc. Because they're not done in house, they're mass produced elsewhere and shipped over. Which is surprising, really. I would have thought they should have had a setup available for purely decals. There also there are it's one of those things with let's say, I'm trying to get the words out, like certain Titan Legios, and I've said this many a times, it's like Solaria is pretty easily to identify due to their coloration, much like Furians, much like Fire Wasps, Ataris. Not so much. No, sorry, Astorum. Sorry, Astorum. You know, they're easily recognisable. Defence are easily recognisable because of their scheme. So I've always, like, before Ignite, I've got the decals, for example. You know, you could easily paint up a Titan and go, yes, that is that Legio without the need of having insignia. Yes, it's nice to have the insignia, but it's not a downright necessity. So get your Titans painted up as Solaria, and then obviously you can't finish off like the weathering, unfortunately, until you get the decal situation sorted. But at least you've got, you know, tabletop ready Titans, and then just finish off once you've got the decals. So not having to hang around on that, because I know how frustrating that can be when you're trying to do a project. Right, let's see what I've got in the goodie bag. So, because I missed out on the pre-order, the Legio Imperialis, the Great Slaughter, was something that was needed, and I got it. And the thing I like about this book in particular, which this was shown on the community post the other week, engine killer weaponry, but is the example. For example, Lee wishes to add a detachment to their army which contains a Reaver Battle Titan with a Reaver Volcano Cannon, a Reaver Chain Fist, and a Reaver Apocalypse Missile Launcher. The total engine killer value on weapons in this model has, excluding the Reaver Chain Fist since it has a range characteristic of nothing, is 3. As such, the points to cost for a Reaver Battle Titan detachment is increased by 30 points. That there is me. It was put in there because they like me. Because, again, people contact me and say, hey, let's put you in the book. And I was like, no. So I checked with certain people that I know in the design studio, and yes, it was a little nod towards me. So that was quite sweet, and I'm really chuffed, especially under Engine Killer, because I am an Engine Killer. I kill loads of engines. So got the book, which was important. I needed the book. I wanted the book because it's also got the Titan Death expansion game for it. Things that I got whilst up there, model-wise, we have the Legio Imperialis Spartan Assault Tanks, which you get 4 in this box, which is pretty good in my opinion, really, because these models are I think they are kind of required, you know, transports and laser weaponry. So I got 2 lots of them. I also got 2 lots of these guys. Now, for value, that's really good. So what you've got in there, 4 Leviathans, well, 2 with Cyclonic Melt Lance, 2 with Storm Cannons, the 2 Anvilus Autocannon Battery Doredio, and 2 Hellfire Plasma Cannonade, Legion Rapiers with quad launchers, and then Tarantulas and Tarantulas, so you're anti-air and anti-tank. With 24 Citadel miniatures in a pack. So 30 quid. Some really highly detailed little buggers. So they are awesome. And another box of Kratos Heavy Tank Squadron. So again, 4 of them in there. Very handy dandy. So with that, I traded in a few things from my Alpha Legion hoard. So that literally I paid the difference, which was £1.25. 25p was for a bag. But as you say, sometimes you buy stuff, you stockpile it. I know Liam does this as well, where he'll have an idea for an army and he'll set about, getting the bits that he needs for that army. And I did that with my Alpha Legion, and I built a lot of Alpha Legion stuff. And I've still got a lot of sort of boxes of like tanks, but because I don't have the receipts, I can't shift it. So I might just sell it online or whatever, because they're unopened. They're worth money. But I went up there and I took back these things, and I knew that I had my. I ordered them from the Warhammer online store. And that's it, no worries, you've got proof of that. Showed them, they cranked it through, and I was able to get the book and those 5 boxes. So, quite a lucky puppy. Which was very handy. So, some of them, obviously, 1 box of Spartans and 1 box of Dreadnoughts are for the Imperial Fists. The rest of it is for the Emperor's Children, which, as you know, I've already started doing. I got that book yesterday, along with support boxes for Solar Auxilia and Astartes. Awesome. You say, like you, how many of your named Titans have they killed off? They've only killed off 1, and which was the main one that I was sort of known for. And I know exactly who did that, and I called him a naughty sausage when I saw him. But I knew it was going to go that way, and I said at the end of the day, you're in charge of it, because you can't sort of like, if a writer's putting it into a book, it's his book, it's his playground. You just let him loose. Looking forward to putting those together. Yeah, at least that'll keep me occupied for a while. I've still got lots of dystopian war stuff I've still got to do. But it's getting the time to actually do it. I don't have as much free time as I used to. There's only the one that I know of. I was aware someone from Specialist Games did ask me for some names from another Legion of mine, because they wanted to, pop it in a story or something, but I don't know where that is. It might be in there, it might be in something else, I don't know. Really should ask. Or I could read the book and see if anything jumps out at me and go, oh, and I go, oh, there it is. But yeah, there's only the one so far that I am aware of has been deaderized. Or is it? A Titan is quite a robust thing, and it didn't go supernova, so there is obviously a chance for salvage and repair. And I did say that to them as well, so it's like, it doesn't matter, At least they didn't make it go supernova, because then that would have been a bit more harder to take. But you have to relent and release, because they're putting it in a book, and the book is their playground. You have no say. And as Liam can attest, normally when authors put people into books, like, you know, as a character or something like that, you're gonna die. It is the arithmetic of war with you as characters. So I've actually had another appearance as a character in a Graham McNeill book. Well, it was a novella. It was part of the Mark of Calf compilation anthology, short stories. Calf that was. So if you've read it, I am Captain Octavian Brucius of the, I think it was the 24th Company. And the other thing is, like, it could be salvaged, but then the name can always be reused as well. Just think of it in terms of like Lisa's cat in The Simpsons, Snowball. It's always a snowball. Well, I would hope that Mr. Titan did get salvaged, because before that incident he was already a very angry little sausage. Say angry, furious, didn't like traitors. Traitors, bad. And he enjoyed making them remember that they'd broken their oaths. What's been the most challenging Legio scheme you've tackled so far, and are there any you just won't do? Furians I would like to do Furians, but I'm still coming to terms with working with yellow. Like the yellow on these guys has been okay, but you know, because I don't know, Furians are very angry. I like Furians, but it is that and the flames. The trickiest one I've done, because I don't really, they've all been reasonably easy to do. I think Fortidus I had to put a little bit more sort of investment into, so not as straightforward because of the orange, and I was using contrasts. So you had to get the base colour right, because if you just go over like Lead Belcher with orange, like Griff Charger orange, so Griffhound orange, sorry, Griffhound chart orange. If you just go over silver with that, it looks brown. So you have to go with a very, gold. I actually used Skull Crusher bronze, I think it was brass, which is quite a goldish brass, but it's still brass. So that made quite a difference. Once I'd done that, and then applied the Griff Charger, it looked so much better and more orangey. That's what I was looking for. The Missium was not a challenge as such. It's just I had to repaint it because I sort of on a stream when I was painting the War Master for Demisium. Mouse sort of said, like, hey, maybe you should use Magos Purple, sort of thing. And I tried it, and I thought, actually, yeah, that looks much, much better. And so the several engines I'd already painted had to be repainted. Well, the purple bits did. The rest of it was fine. So it was a little bit more work there. But yeah, I don't do sort of anything too risky or challenging as such, because I would get bored of the process. You've got to keep it simple, so I can just do it. But yeah, even like Ignatum, it takes a little bit longer because of the hazard stripes, but it's worth it. As some of you may have already seen about my little silver that I picked up for it at the Legends of Pain, which was nice. Vulturum is just not challenging, but you got to do like 2 coats, so that's time consuming. Vulturum is also a video that I did. Whew. Eyes are feeling heavy. Well, eyelids are feeling heavy, so I should say. But I've painted, like, scheme-wise, I've done the vast majority of Legios, because where I've done dead Titans on my bases, I've chosen an appropriate Legio to go on the base. Ooh, sorry. One is definitely feeling it at the moment. I do say that when painting Titan's toes, not just leaving them as metal, because it doesn't really look right. Oh. Yeah, I'm having trouble focusing. Oh. Right. I'm gonna call it because I am really struggling to really see. The washing's easy and the washing's done. So yeah, just over past. So thank you for everyone who's come hung out this evening. Sorry it hasn't gone a bit longer, but I am really finding it hard to focus on what I'm actually doing. But yeah, I will be back on Saturday, usual time, 8 PM and onwards. And then next week should be on Wednesday as well. I don't think I've got anything that Wednesday. And then Saturday should also, will be normal. Even though I'm participating in the event, it should still be on. It might be a bit later because obviously it depends on what time I get out of the event. It finishes up. But yes. But thank you all for, as I said, coming in, hanging out. We shall continue with the adventures with Warhounds when we next back, or something else. Who knows? Depends what I've done. Rest of my friend. Thank you very much, and you get some rest as well. If you only just got in, you dirty stuff out. But yeah, so until Saturday, you have a good rest of the week. Hopefully get some excellent hobby shenanigans involved, and I'll see you on Saturday, and we shall chat and hang out some more. So until then, take it easy. Happy hobbying.